Every Friday my nan and my granddad would collect me, and the first thing we'd do, often we took the car home during the rest of the week, but on Friday we didn't. We used to come to the Spar shop and we used to buy one of these. Can't believe they still have them. Fudge bars, only 20 pence, very small, but it was our Friday treat. We all, me and my two sisters, used to have a fudge on Friday as we walked home, and this is the way we went through St Margaret's Gardens, and you can see the trees at the very bottom. There's a park there. One way is in down here, but there's also, you can sort of go across and go through the same way, so there's two ways into this park. It's very strange. St Margaret's Gardens, there used to be a lollipop lady who used to help us across the road just there. All these things I haven't thought about since, well, quite a long time actually. So on the way home from school we would go the back way into the park, which is the way I'm going to go now, and then once we're in the park I'll show you around, and then I'll show you the way we used to come to work, come to school, because that was through the main way into the park. This is the back way into the park, down this cutting, and it hasn't changed at all. Not at all. Basically, on the road ahead of us, which is, you can see where that pole is, where the rail are there, that's Newark Road again. So we've just walked sort of back to what is nearly at the bottom of the high street. Now, there's a terrible penchant with councils at the moment to put silly objects like swings and stuff in parks. This used to be literally just grass and trees down here, and now you can see there's various different types of sort of playthings, which is fine, but it's not quite how I remember it. I remember there being a little play area through there, which I think there still is by the looks of it. Through there. And on our way home we would go that way, and we would sort of jump across a wall, a gap in the wall near Ruston Marconi Sports Centre, which incidentally is where we used to go to watch the firework display before, well, in the 90s, and then in the late 90s we used to go to the football field. But the main entrance to the park is down there and straight across, and of course the two join up along a street back there, and that's the way we used to walk to the school, and this is the way we used to walk home. Now, from those traffic lights down there all the way up here to the traffic lights down there, this is Newark Road. This is the part of Newark Road on that side of the road that I used to deliver papers to. Part of my paper round. So here is the main entrance to the same park, with the line here of beach, and the back way is sort of, you go in there and you head off out onto the road that way, which is the way that I've just shown you. But going to school, we used to be good, and we used to walk through the park this way. This play area used to be here. And for some reason I remember I used to walk on my own to school. I can't remember why, because there would have been no need with my two sisters. I suppose there was for a bit, because obviously my sisters are 2 and 4 years younger than me, so you know, to begin with, they wouldn't have been coming with me because they would have been too young to go to school. But I never remember walking to school with them, which is quite strange. The reason I can be certain that memory is accurate is because just beyond here, we're heading back to St Margaret's Gardens now. This is Wallace Avenue, and on the corner of this road, near the sort of funny roundabout with trees on, you can see over there, was the home of Christopher Turk, who was my friend all the way through Manleys and all the way through LSST, in fact, until he left. I think he left. He didn't stay on to do A-levels. And every day I would walk here and then I would call in at his house. And I think we used to have a cup of tea before going the rest of the way to school, which of course is just the road at the top. I mean right at the top, so through the trees, and that's the road with the school on it, you see. So, and his house was one of these, just round this corner. I can't quite remember exactly which one. I think it's the one with the tree in fact, or was. I think it was this one. I think it was this one. I can't remember anyway. And we used to I used to call in here and say hello, and we used to walk the rest of the way to school. So Newark Road High Street is continuing along that way. The park on that side there. Here is Swallowbeck Methodist Church. No connection to this place really, except that I remember that I used to walk with my mother to collect the girls from Brownies. Brownies used to be held in the little church hall bit at the back there. And here is the turn-off from for the third turn-off. I mentioned Brant Road before and Newark Road. In fact, I was born in a house somewhere along that side there. I don't remember anything about that, but there we are. Which was the second house that my parents moved to after leaving Brant Road. Second turn-off was Highcombe Road, which sort of ran along there, and we saw that and walked through that side there. This is the final turn-off, and this is Doddington Road, and my paper round continued basically both sides of this road all the way to the end, where there's an oak tree somewhere down there, and there's there's an extra road along here as well. St George's Church is along this road on the other side. And I used to deliver to this house, which used to belong to Sid and Val. Sid was the verger at St George's. Very funny man. Died cancer, I think, before we left, or maybe just after we left. I can't remember. Very sad indeed. That building there is the Doddington Road Dental Practice, and that's where Mr. Bourne used to do my teeth. I had a fixed brace for years, and so this was where I spent a lot of time with that. Convenient as this there, that tree, that marks the start of Swallowbeck Avenue, where I used to live. And guess what? Mr. Bourne is still on the list. Look, there he is. That's the one.